This is how I start a value drawing. The first thing I want to do is I go in with kind of a middle tone, so like a 4B, and I start laying in the low budget areas, meaning low value, not the super important spots like under the chin, around larger bulky spots that are really dark where I don't have to worry about messing up, because I'm going in with like on the scale of like 0 being white and 10 being black, I'm going in like with a 5. I know I'm going to build it. I know I'm going to add texture, but I can at least start getting the value started without worrying about making any mistakes. I can still erase from here. I then start to kind of build from there. And once I'm confident with the shape of it, I go in with a homemade tortillon out of a piece of paper towel, which I fold up almost like a paper football, and then I move it. You can actually use a real tortillon, but I've always liked how paper towel has more tooth to it, so I can move around the graphite a little bit more. I also let it fuzz out into those areas to create a more natural shade from dark to light. And then everything that I add now, I know is kind of starting to be like the top coats. So I'm starting to add texture. All the marks that I make are with the fur and with the textures, so that if I need to, that is the finishing touches. I also go in with a nice sharp pencil. This is a mechanical pencil that I bought specific lead for that's a little darker. And then also I use texture by using a pull away method or an erasing method, where I take a kneaded eraser, put to a point, or a really sharp eraser, which I have a little pen eraser that I use to create even more texture. As you can see, it's very subtle changes. It's just kind of either just barely lightening those to kind of give it a little bit of a lightness and an extra area of like reflected fur texture, or it's areas where I can add in lighter fur to kind of add with the direction of it. Obviously, this is just the beginning of it, but hopefully you found this helpful on how to add in the first levels of gradient to your black and white piece.